Here at SBR Forum Videos, I'm Peter Loshak, and we are talking with Tony George from TonyGeorgeSports.com, who gave us a great pick on the over last week in the Vikings game. Tony George, thanks for being back with us.
Thanks for having me. Happy Thanksgiving weekend.
All right. You have a little bit of a throat issue, right?
Yeah, I got a little bit of a throat issue, a combination of a cold and yelling at the TV with all these crazy college games. But ready to rock and roll here with some NFL winners.
All right. Well, I really appreciate you taking these games. I'll do the promo for you. Tony George's website is TonyGeorgeSports.com, LockerRoomPicks.com, and he has a great radio show Sunday mornings on the Yahoo Sports Network. And Tony George has a great record at his site, TonyGeorgeSports.com. Was that about all correct? Accurate?
That's good enough. Give them the free play before they turn off the video.
All right. Okay, Tony George, thanks so much. Miami at the Jets. Now, the Jets right now are 2 or 2.5 point home favorite. The total is 39.5, 40, or 40.5. And it's interesting that both those lines have gone up, right? The Jets were like a 1 point favorite about a day ago, and the total was 38.5. So the total's gone up. The Jets line has gone up. And that's a little bit surprising considering how awful Geno Smith has played. Now, maybe there's news that he's going to be benched and Matt Sims is going to be the quarterback. That could be the reason. But, Geno Smith had one of the worst games ever at quarterback 2 weeks ago. Then he did not bounce back at all against Buffalo. So, why would we expect to bounce back here? I'm not exactly sure. Miami, not that great themselves. But my lean would be to Miami here at plus 2.5. But what do you think, Tony?
Well, I'll tell you what, that Dolphins front seven, the Jets front seven is going to be problematic for the offensive line of the Dolphins. As a matter of fact, their last road game at Tampa Bay, they ran the ball for a total of 2 yards the entire game.
Right.
That being said, the Jets offense is completely anemic. I think the defenses of these teams are both very good defenses. The offense the last 3 games, Miami 296 a game, the Jets 275. Jets have got all kinds of issues at quarterback. Not sure Ryan wants to ride Geno Smith into the sunset here as the future of that franchise at quarterback, but nonetheless, if he is, he's going to have a very short term as a head coach there moving forward. But at the end of the day, when you look at this game, I don't like the side play. I can't lay points with the Jets here, but I tell you what I do like. I like the under totals play in this game a lot. This 40.5, it's always a tight ball game between these two. And the defenses are going to dominate this game because we know the offenses aren't the safe play here. This is a 14-10, 17-13 type ball game all the way, under 40.5, and that line's going up, then ride it up. We're taping this a little earlier in the week, so if that line continues to go up, I don't care if Sims goes in there quarterback. What's that mean? He hasn't done anything in the NFL, and he's facing a front seven that's going to do nothing but put heat on him. At the end of the day, there's nothing offensively in this game that excites me whatsoever. This is not a game I'm going to watch, other than just to check the score on DirecTV and move on to something else because this is going to be a dead boring game. Under is the only way to look here, Peter.
All right. Well, yeah, the line has gone up. It's 40.5 right now, and if it hits 41, that would be a huge move because 41 is considered to be a key number in NFL total. So I don't want to make you speak that much longer, but just a few words on why you think then the total went up because it was 38.5 just a day ago.
Well, there is news that Sims is a better than a 50-50 shot here midweek to take over. But Sims coming in there is not worth a 1.5 or 2 points difference in their offense. I don't think it's going to help them at all. A third-string quarterback's not going to help them. That's the bottom line. And, their first stringer's not helping them. What the hell's the third stringer going to do? So, but that's probably why that line's going up a little bit with word that maybe, he can ignite the offense or whatever. There's no offense to ignite. So, especially against the Dolphins defense is pretty solid. I mean, they held a good Panther team to 20 points last week, and at the end of the day, we'll go ahead and if the Panthers can get 20 on them, I don't think the Jets can get 10.
All right, classic Tony George right there. Matt Sims, what's that mean? Couldn't have said it better myself. Tony George will take the under 40.5 in the Miami Jets game. Thanks, Tony.